Welcome to Comedy MX's Cartoon Classics channel. Binge out on the animated Superman, Popeye, Bugs Bunny and Friends, Technicolor classic tunes, animators UB Iwerks and Max Fleischer, Mickey Mouse, Betty Boop, and all your cartoon favorites. Animate your everyday at Cartoon Classics channel. So return with us now to those golden days of yesteryear.
Boys and girls, oh boy, did we have a lot of excitement at our house last Christmas Eve. Boy, everybody was getting ready for the visit of Santa Claus. And Buffalo Bob was trimming the Christmas tree. And he was just hanging on the last decoration, strings of fresh buttered popcorn. And Clarabelle the clown, he was helping trim the tree too. Hanging up my stocking. Well, how you doing there, Howdy? All finished, Buffalo Bob. Boy, I sure hope Santa Claus fills my stocking with presents. Clarabelle, do you want to hang up your stocking now?
Oh, what a silly clown. Well, you'll find out if you're getting your bicycle pretty soon now, because it's almost midnight and Santa will be here any minute now. It's 12 o'clock. Now, look, we've all got to hide so that Santa Claus doesn't see us. Come on, Dan. 6, 7, 8. Hurry and hide, Clarabelle. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Well, that's funny. Well, Santa Claus should be coming down the chimney at midnight. Pretty neat trick, Clarabelle.
Gee, Buffalo Bob, what do you think happened to Santa Claus?
Well, Howdy, there's only one way to find out.
Well, what's that, Buffalo Bob?
Let's go to the North Pole and see what happened to Santa Claus.
You mean right up to Santa's workshop?
That's just what I mean. We'll take the rocket-doodle and we'll be up there in a jiffy. Come on, Clarabelle, you come too. Stop snowing, we'll have a great flight. North Pole, here we come.
You're not Santa Claus. You're a bandit. Here, you see? Let me show you. There, see?
I tell you I'm not the bandit. I'm Santa Claus.
Yeah, go on. The newspaper says that the bandit has a beard. Well, you got a beard. And I happen to be Ugly Sam, see? And I happen to be smart. And I know, therefore, that you are the bandit. What's that? Oh, see, I'll bet that's your whole gang. Well, Ugly Sam is gonna hide, see? And I'm gonna capture the entire gang single-handed.
Hey, look, there's Santa's workshop right at the North Pole. Come on, fasten your seatbelts, everybody. We're coming in for a landing.
Ah, for you. All right.
Well, here we are at the North Pole. Now to find Santa Claus. Going on around here?
I got you, bandit gang. And away we go. Run, Clarabelle, run. Hey! Oh, before I get him, I'll get...
Oh, stop, everybody, stop!
Over hill and on the tail. Where is my food and where's my lunch pail?
Oh, I'll get you out, Santa.
Ah, get you out! Oh, no. Let him in.
You give up.
Ugly Sam never gives up to a bandit. Ugly Sam. Buffalo Bob. What? Sam. Oh.
Ugly Sam, what are you doing here?
Me? Oh. Why, I just captured the bearded bandit.
Bearded bandit escaped.
I'm not the bandit. I'm Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Yes, Sam, he's Santa Claus.
I captured the bandit. And away I go to get him.
No,
I'll
Ugly
get him.
Sam, no. Wait, I know what, Ugly Sam. What do you want for Christmas?
I want a mirror so I can look at my beautiful, ugly face.
Here you are, Ugly Sam, and a Merry Christmas.
What? Oh, how beautiful. Buffalo Bob, this ain't the bandit. This is Santa Claus.
Well, it was nip and tuck, but everything worked out fine. Santa Claus got there in time to bring toys to all the boys and girls. Yes, everything turned out happy and bright. So, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
In the long, long ago, when times were hard, and everyone had to work all day and every day just to be able to keep themselves alive, there was no room anywhere for an animal who was too small or too scrawny to pull a plow or drive the water wheel. If he could not give wool, like the sheep, then he was of no use.
Ah, stupid creature. Is there nothing you can do? I've no time for weaklings. Be off with you.
Poor little Burro. No matter how willing he was, or how hard he tried. If he couldn't do the work, he was just not wanted.
Is it so strange to wonder why, although I try and try and try, I cannot find a place to stay, or even earn a sheaf of hay? Can it be because I'm so small that no one needs me, no one at all? If I were a stallion, a goat, or a camel, I'd be needed and fed every day. But because I'm a burro, a little brown burro, no one cares if I go or I stay. But when I'm bigger and stronger, I know there'll be plenty of places for me to go. There'll be work to do, a friend of my own, and I'll never again be alone. I'll have an owner to whom I'll belong. Oh, how do I get to be big and strong? I'm not a stallion, a goat, or a camel, and I want to be needed each day. I'm only a burro, a little brown burro. Does no one care if I go or I stay?
Oh, people. Surely somewhere amongst that hustle and bustle would be water and food and who knows, maybe even a kind word.
Miserable creature. You don't belong here. Shoo!
Get out of here, you flea-ridden midget.
This certainly didn't look like the friendly kind of place he'd been hoping for.
Come on, little burro. There's room here. Greedy bunch. There's plenty there for this little burro.
He will just have to wait until we're finished. We come first.
It was all very well for them to take their time. They got water every day. But the little brown burro hadn't had a drink for such a long time, and oh, he was so thirsty.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much indeed, Mr.
Ahmed Akbar Ben Hashmid Omar Baba III. But you can call me Omar.
Thanks, Omar.
I say, do you mind? Water and I are not the best of friends.
Sorry, Omar.
No matter. Gotta go now. Things to do, things to see.
The day was finally drawing to a close, and the caravan began to settle down for the night. It had been a long, hard day for the little burro. He was becoming very, very tired.
May I stay here for the night?
You are a donkey. We do not share our tent with donkeys. Be off with you.
Please, may I stay here for the night?
Stay with us? You are nothing but an underground donkey. An ass. A jackass. Shoo! Be off with you.
What's this? A mangy donkey? Go away. There's no room here for a mangy donkey. Mangy donkey, mangy donkey. Ah, be off, you flea-ridden midgets, before I skin you alive.
Frightened, exhausted, and feeling very much alone, the little brown burro wandered into the dark, forbidding hills.
It's you, is it? I say, do you mind? I don't wish to inconvenience you, but it's beginning to get rather wet here.
As the storm raged on, the little burro's heart swelled with happiness as he snuggled beside Omar. At last, he had found a friend. The next morning, as the sun broke brilliantly over the hills, the magic of the rain began its work on the dry desert.
The rain has stopped, the storms passed by. A rainbow has joined the earth to the sky. The burrow is prancing, enjoying with glee. Reflections the pools make, enchanting to see. The ants are teaching each other to swim. The beetles are marching. Ooh, what a din. The spider is busy, shining her web. The lazy lizard has left his bed. Listen to how they chatter away as they run and they frolic on this lovely day.
Oh, it's a lovely day. What a lovely day. It's a lovely day today.
We can dance and sing till the rapids ring, 'cause it's a lovely, lovely day. Oh.
The snake has slithered out of its lair. Blossoms blooming everywhere. All around us, the world's in a spin, with every creature joining in.
Today's a day to be happy and gay. It's a day to remember. What a glorious day.
Oh, it's a lovely day. What a lovely day. It's a lovely day today. We can dance and when the rafters ring, 'cause it's a lovely, lovely day.
Hey, hold on! Don't leave me behind!
Omar and the little brown burro trudged along behind the caravan, not knowing where they were going. At long last, the caravan halted.
Come here, then, nice little donkey. I won't hurt you. Tell me, what do you plan to do with that poor excuse of an animal? There's not much to recommend the scraggly little creature, but my beast has gone lame, and this one will have to take some of the load.
Oh, at last, someone realized how useful he could be. Who cared if he wasn't a stallion or a camel?
I can work just as hard as the others. You wait and see.
That's the spirit. It's all a matter of attitude. You show 'em. You great big lolloping water humps. You'll be sorry picking on a little burro like that. Remember, he who laughs last, laughs longest.
As the sun rose higher in the sky, the little burro's hopes rose too. Maybe, he thought, maybe this is where I belong. And never again will people call me useless.
Keep it up. Show 'em what you're made of. Only 100 more miles to go. I mean, 10. Or maybe it's 2. Well, fame and fortune await us. Never say you can't, my friend. Never say you're through. You'll never reach your goals in life till you change your attitude. It's all a matter of attitude. It's how you think and plan. It's all a matter of attitude that makes you say, I can. You've got to keep a stiff upper lip and hold your head up high. You've got to keep your eyes up front and never, never cry. It's all a matter of attitude. It's how you think and plan. It's all a matter of attitude that makes you say, I can. If you follow my advice, my friend, success will come, you'll see. You'll be rich and famous, wanted too, and happy as can be. It's all a matter of attitude. It's how you think and plan. It's all a matter of attitude that makes you say, I can.
When the sun was low on the horizon, the caravan stopped for the night. Oh, the burro was tired, but very happy, and very proud to have done a useful day's work.
They've tethered me, Omar. Do you know what that means? It means they want me to stay. They actually want me.
And why shouldn't they? You did very well. I'm proud of you. Smells like supper's being served. Is there anything you need before I go?
I could do with a drink of water, if it's not too much trouble.
A friend in need is a friend indeed. No trouble at all. No trouble at... Water? Did you say water?
If you don't mind.
I hate water. Let me see. What shall I put the water in? Aha! That'll do the trick. Oops. I knew I'd have trouble with the water. Water and I just don't agree. But where there's a will, there's a way. Phew, didn't spill a drop that time. Burrow, Burrow, where are you? Oh no, he's got to be here somewhere. Where is he? What's happened to my friend?
Gone to the bone heap, where he belongs, no doubt.
Good riddance, I say.
Did anyone see him leave? Did he run away? Was he stolen?
Should we tell him, do you think?
Tell me what? Tell me what?
The wicked-looking man who dragged him off?
Wicked man? What wicked man? I've got to find him. He's my friend.
The little brown burro had not run away, neither had he been stolen, as Omar feared. He'd been traded for a sack of dates and couldn't believe his good fortune. During the next few days, people from all over saw the sign and came to inspect the little brown burro. But no one was interested in such a small animal.
You call that a donkey? You might as well try hitching up a flea.
Your eyes must be getting weak, friend, if you think that thing will pass as a donkey. Why, I wouldn't give that stable room.
They told me you were strong, but you're just a heap of bones, you pitiful excuse for a donkey.
I am not.
Tomorrow you go to the market, and if I can't get at least one piece of silver for you, then I'll feed you to the dogs.
Poor little burro. The next morning was cold, and the burro sensed that winter wasn't far away.
It's a chilly morning. Come on, you wretch. Come on. Let's hope I can find some fool at the market who's willing to buy you. Come on. Come on, you bag of bones.
And so the little burro was led through the streets of a strange town. The sights and sounds made his head spin, for it was the time of the annual tax collection, and people had gathered from far and wide. There were magicians here and acrobats, peddlers and storytellers, merchants selling candied fruit and sweet wine, and everywhere goods were being bought and sold.
I have just been sold for 100 pieces of silver.
I have been bought by a prince and will wear a saddle of gold and silver.
Does anybody wish to buy this beautiful beast of burden? If ever a creature could do a good day's work, it is this powerful little animal. Just look at this fine, sturdy donkey. Come, friends, have you no eye for a bargain?
I will buy the little brown burrow.
For the last time, does anybody want this beautiful? Did you say you wanted him?
Yes, I did. I will pay 1 piece of silver.
What? You offer me only 1 piece of silver for this beautiful animal? See how sturdy he is. Did you ever see such strong legs or such a magnificent head? Why, I wouldn't dream of selling him for less than 10 pieces of silver.
1 piece of silver is all I have.
Come now, you must have another piece tucked away somewhere. Under your belt, maybe? Or inside your sandal? All right, then. All right, I'll make a gift of him. Sold for 1 piece of silver.
The man's touch was gentle, and the little brown burro felt strangely calm. The night was very cold, but the little brown burro felt warm and secure inside. He had been through so much in the past few days that he'd almost given up hoping that he would ever be needed or wanted.
How I wish Omar were here.
Ah, at last I found you. You've no idea the worry and trouble I've been through. But tell me, are you all right? Have you been treated well?
I've been bought for 1 piece of silver.
A whole piece of silver? Well, didn't I tell you? All things come to those who wait. It's all a matter of attitude. But listen, I found another caravan going south towards the coast. We can travel together and maybe reach the fabled land of Cathay. What do you say, little burro?
No, I don't think I should go, Omar.
Think of the things we could do, the things we could see. Can you imagine the things we'd see if we should go to Cathay? Can you imagine the things we'd do and the fun we'd have each day? We'd see mountains and rivers, princes and kings, and maybe a palace or two. We'd travel in splendor, eat foods that delight, and dance till the whole day is through. Can you imagine the things we'd see if we should go to Cathay? Can you imagine the things we'd do and the fun we'd have each day?
Oh, Omar, you make it sound such fun, but I can't go.
What? You don't want to go?
I can't explain it, but I feel I ought to stay. That this is where I belong. You've been such a good friend to me. My only friend. Why don't you stay here with me?
Too cold. Too cold for me. Besides, travel's in my blood. I've itchy feet, you know. Itchy feet. I'm off to the warmth and sunshine of far-off lands. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Goodbye, Omar. I'll miss you.
Poor Omar. He too was lonely. He'd never had a real friend before, but Omar felt that old itch urging him on.
Hello, little friend. And how are you this morning? Here, this should keep you warm. We've a long journey ahead of us.
And so it was that one night, long, long ago, in a lowly stable in Bethlehem, a little child was born. And there were abiding in the fields shepherds, and they came with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the babe lying in a manger. And 3 wise men came out of the east, and when they saw the child, they fell down and worshipped him, offering gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And had you been there on that night of nights, you'd have seen, standing proudly in a corner, a little brown burrow.
go to bed early? Do you eat your spinach? All right. Run along, and I'll bring you some toys.
when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name.
Now, Dasher! Now, Dancer! Now, Prancer and Vixen! On Comet! On Cupid! On Donder and Blitzen! To the top of the porch! To the tops of the wall! Now, dash away! Dash away! Dash away all!
As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too.
Whoa! Whoa!
And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight,
Happy Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
'Twas the day before Christmas, and all through the hills the reindeer were playing, enjoying the spills of skating and coasting and climbing the willows and hopscotch and leapfrog, protected by pillows.
Look, fellas, it's Rudolph. His nose is a sight. It's red as a beet.
Twice as big and twice as bright. Looky, looky, I'm Rudolph.
Poor Rudolph. Where most reindeers' noses are brownish and tiny, Rudolph's was red, very large, and quite shiny.
Rudolph! Go on home, Red Nose. Your mama's calling you.
Come, come, Rudolph. Tonight you hang up your stocking.
nose is a sight. It's red as a beet.
Twice as big and twice as bright.
While way, way up north on this dark, foggy night, awaiting the time for his Christmas Eve flight, good old Santa.
This fog will be hard to get through. Quick, get hitched in a hurry. Fleischer, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzer. To keep our direction, we'll have to fly low. Come down here, quick! Oh! Ooh, pretty close. Still foggy, the night dark and drear when Santa arrived at the home of the deer. But all this took time and filled Santa with gloom, while slowly he groped toward the next reindeer's room. The lamp wasn't burning. The glow came instead from Rudolph's red nose at the head of the bed. And then came the greatest idea in all history. So Rudolph is told of the dark and delay, the fog and the blackness and losing the way. I need you tonight to lead all my deer on the rest of our flight.
Dear Mommy and Daddy, I have gone to help Santa. Don't worry. Rudolph, that's me.
Hurry, Rudolph. It's very dark here.
With Rudolph's red nose as a wonderful light, old Santa flew quickly the rest of the night. So fast that before it was day, the very last present was given away.
Hear ye, a message from Rudolph.
Yes, they'd found Rudolph's message. It's all over town.
Hear ye, Rudolph at the stadium. Come on, come on.
The bad deer who used to do nothing but tease him, well, now they'd do anything only to please him.
Rudolph, my boy, they'll envy you now, far and near. For no greater honor can come to a deer than riding with Santa and guiding my sleigh
The #1 job on the #1 day. I hope you'll continue to keep us from grief. I hereby appoint you Commander-in-Chief.
And Rudolph just blushed from his head to his toes until his whole fur was as red as his nose.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in